I recently moved to my new city of Chaska just over a year ago, and I finally got around to, as I am wont to do, finding out what my state representative's presence online looks like, because I do online research, so that's just a natural thing for me to do. So this weekend, I set aside some time to find my representative and my state senator and see what they looked like online. So Joe Hoppy is my state House of Rep. A representative, and found his Twitter feed, and he looks like, pardon the pun, an ordinary Joe. He's just tweeting ordinary things, just retweeting a lot of stuff. One was people who drive slow in the left lane are the scourge of the earth.
That's
totally
true.
agree. Totally agree. Yep. And then I went to find my state senator's Twitter account. My senator is Dr. Scott Jensen. Found his Twitter account, and has less than 100 followers. So, that's not unusual for a state rep. But I came across a tweet that was posted on Saturday, January 21st. The tweet read, "In Screw Tape Letters, C.S. Lewis looked at human behavior through the wrong end of the telescope. What might he say of protests full of meanness?" And I'm like, I naturally assumed he was referring to the Women's March, since it was posted on the day of the Women's March. And so did one of Jensen's colleagues, who responded to the tweet by asking if he was referring to the Women's March. Jensen responded to his colleagues saying, no, referring to those events where private property is damaged and security people are injured and personal rights are infringed, which of course happened the day before on Inauguration Day, when there was some violence that broke out during protests. So I piped in, observing that was kind of weird that you posted that on the day of the Women's March rather than the day before, when the violence actually happened. And he replied that comments had nothing to do with Saturday, but pondered C.S. Lewis's reaction to previous events. And I replied that I took him at his word, look forward to continuing a constructive dialogue with him in the future, told him I was a constituent, and left it at that. Came back later, a little while later, to see if he'd responded, and found out that he had blocked me from his Twitter account. Me, a constituent, he blocked me from his Twitter for this mild exchange with him. He'd also blocked his colleague, his Senate colleague in the state Senate. He blocked the guy who was in on the conversation, and he blocked a fellow Minnesotan who had typed in on the exchange as well. So apparently I get no representation in my state Senate.
Somehow I'm not surprised. Are they Democrats or Republicans?
Yeah, it turns out both of them are Republicans. But Joe, I'm fine with Joe. I'm fine with Joe. I have few issues with Senator Jensen.